Kain refused the sacrifice.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. At the end of the last video, while playing, I expressed the thought that fire on the sword is freaking out. That, Raziel could be in the sword. But then when I went to edit it, and I caught that I didn't quite catch everything that was said by Janos, I kind of argued against it. But now, I'm arguing back against it. Because we're going to hunt down Raziel, potentially. Still could be Raziel on the sword. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. So, still could. Hello, loves. I'm Pajamas. That's Mr. Frog. Ooh, we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's okay. You stop. That first swing on the staff is really short. Yep. The breath. Where's the turn back? Of course, it's next to the water. Next to the body. That probably cleared the gate. Oh boy. I haven't given up on my theory yet. I thought I had. Which would also make sense as to why the Soul Reaver in the first game didn't work on Raziel. Because it was another conundrum of him being in two places at once. Oh, that did not clear the gate. Did I take care of all the townspeople too? Alright. There we go. Now let's do the save again. You know, the first game really pushed me away from using the Soul Reaver a lot because one hit and poof, it's gone. This one definitely does encourage more use of it and allow for more use of it. even with the draining thing, still slightly annoyed. I'm going with annoyed. That it drains me to use it, but
There's one.
I'm more forgiving of it. It's more forgiving towards me, so. Wow, you guys are just going all in on this, aren't you? We can stop with so you can try to run away from it. Jeez. This is brutal. Of course. Hi.
Closer, Razia.
Of course you're gonna get the first few cheap shots off. Yeah, I should heal before coming here. I'm not gonna beat him. I like this. Where's the turn back? Oh my goodness. Don't lock onto the blue. Insane. Did you just steal it right in front of me? Wow. Wasn't there a turn back thing down here? There used to be, wasn't there? didn't think I could make that before. Seems like it might have shifted in the time. Why that would shift, I don't know, but hey. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was brutal. I should be heading back to the stronghold. I also owe this map an apology. It's actually better than I thought. Yeah. Yep. We're heading back there. Hi. Don't want to mess with you guys. Really tired of fighting you guys. As much as I would like to say I'm getting better at the combat, it's still a bit hit or miss, I'd say. Still a bit hit or miss. Oh boy.
Get him.
How about we don't get him and just let me be? You know, a lot of our problems would be solved if you didn't try and get him, because I wouldn't have to kill you. I know where I am. No. Thank you. Hi. Okay, I was about to say, like, are you not gonna let me open it from this side? There was no handle on this side. Whew. I wasn't walking in that. Don't put me in that. Why would you do that? Really?
You shall not pass.
There we go. Okay. Rude. Hi. I knew there was this turnback thing right here, so. This is getting really brutal with the lock-in forced arenas. I think that's one of the things I'm definitely not a big fan of. That water level may have dropped, and if it did, I recall seeing a wind thing down there. So we're gonna grab the wind real fast. Hi, bird. Seems like you actually might be able to make it up to those. Stop. navigating this place. Navigating a lot of these places is just absolutely horrible. Yep. Water pressure dropped. Again. Knew it. Halt that. Okay. How generous are you gonna be with letting me get to that? Because I recall trying to make that jump before and it didn't. Cool. Am I being deceived? Do I want the fire or not? I'm gonna go with no for the moment. Don't you dare. I'm gonna go with no for right now and getting the fire there. We'll see what happens. You're a punk. I boom boom. Any encouraging words? Doubt it. You are a punk.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
That's actually a really interesting point. Sorry. That's actually a very interesting point. I had not considered that he was not the one that brought me back. I hadn't thought about that. Oh, interesting. This game series, from my experience thus far, teaches you a lot of false truths. Things that is just, yeah, this is a fact, just accept it. And you kind of do, because it's like, there's not really much else to go off of, more reliable sources for a lot of it. So you do just kind of accept it. Like the circle members, there's the 9 circle members, okay. But no, there's 10. please. I can't see where I'm going. I feel like I'm going backwards. Can't see through your body. Stop. Ah. Really don't want to fight you guys. And you guys have... You and your lightning sounds do like to crash my game. Stop. Series really does a really good job of setting up false truths. Toward me, thank you. Well played to it. Well played indeed. Are we gonna get something new with Ariel? We're about to go right into the pillars again. Oh, we should, especially with what we learned from Janos. Should be new information up ahead. Confronting Ariel would be nice. The truth, trying to get more of the truth behind things. Yes. No.
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool.
Dude. Better chance. I didn't have to constantly try and deal with those things as well. Okay, that's a start. Get behind the pillar. Get my noms. Switch back to physical. Time that. Center. We have more of a fighting chance. Alright! Once we were able to isolate them, they went a lot better. So, do I need the physical Soul Reaver as the key for this? Is it a literal key? Or is it just something I'm ignorant to still regarding what I can do? It's kind of disappointing we didn't get to talk to Ariel. Not gonna lie. That's a bit disappointing. Really hope it doesn't crash after that fight. You know, I expect more of a reaction other than charge from the Seraphim after Blue Vampire Boy runs out from the pillars. I want to trigger this just in case. Oh man. We haven't explored over here in this timeline, huh?
Free your soul, demon.
Touche. Good snipe. Good snipe, guy. Don't lock me in here. Alright, you know what? You caster buggers. Hopefully just no more locked in arenas before the next save right up here. No. Stop it. Oh, this lake's frozen too. How interesting. That's neat. That's neat. Okay. Stay hydrated. So. What horrors await us? Can I just open that? I need the light. Is that what this side path over here was for that I talked about? I never actually went up. Hello, shiny. There's a light one right up there. We never did explore these sides. Like it. Okay.
Free your soul.
Oh. Okay. Looks apologies. Looks too high to get to without doing a crouch jump. I almost said simultaneously. Oh, now that one shows fire. I was about to say, is there another element that we don't know about? Ah! Hi?
Return to hell.
Stop. Just wanna look. Maybe I can make it from there. Do I want the fire? Can the fire affect the ice? Might be me asking a bit too much if we get into this hole. But maybe. It was worth a shot. You can't blame me for trying that. Maybe we can fight from this to that, and then go fight to that. I'm sorry. What's this symbol? Well, I didn't expect that. It wasn't me asking too much. Kudos. Kudos to the game. It wasn't me asking too much. I just wasn't quite trying to play within the limitations that were there. Yeah, I'm not making that. So that leaves the room for the door to open. Is there anything else down here? Nah. It's fair. That's fair. You know, I try really hard not to kill you guys. I really do. The amount of effort that goes into me avoiding shooting, taking you guys out. Boy, do you guys like to push that line though. Yeah. I'm so fed up with this. No. You had your chance. I don't care if I have to go spectral to resolve it. Maybe I can make that. Yeah. I just wasn't giving Raz enough credit for his jump. Yeah. It's open. I'm saving and reloading. I don't want to attempt this with this low health. And it's the fastest way. Sorry.
Kain refused the sacrifice.
It looks pretty quick. Give it that. Does the door stay open? No. The water stays broken. How interesting. Oh, I don't get the cutscene again. Do you guys keep the water inside warm enough? Or do I affect that? Okay. Looks like it's probably still the same. Are you really gonna cast at me while I'm swimming? You're such a punk. Casters. Mages. Range buggers. My range shots are hard to get going. I have to sit and aim. I don't want to fight. Really don't. You're gonna make me.
Seize him!
Yeah, it's not so fun now, is it? You? No.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are finally. You have no choice but to confront me now, and I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Seraphim to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose? Corrupting everything you encounter.
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. It's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik. Bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
So I crashed there for a second at the end. Why did you put me at full health? Oh, this is funky. Having the physical sword. Oh boy.
your revenge, demon?
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These
Easy, bro.
bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood. I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
My health. Of course, you have one of the green health. Is my health not moving? My health is not moving. If that's intentional for this, that's cool. If not, I'm so fed up with your stun lock with nonsense. There it goes. You bullshit. Reading stun lock. Bullshit. If the camera was more of a, it's adjusting to the situation, it'd actually work a lot better. Like if the camera shifted to locking onto, keeping the enemy that you're locked onto center instead of Raziel, then the dodging system would actually work a lot better. Dodging would actually work a lot better if it decided to.
As Melchiah and Zephon
Focus
fell
them.
before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
Yeah. Yeah. If the camera actually locked onto the enemies you're facing when you are doing the auto face combat, that alone I think would improve combat in this quite a bit. Yeah, it's kind of starting to get the feeling I was gonna have to be the one to take out my bros. Alright. guy's relationship with his brothers, yo. I feel a bit overpowered, but I enjoy it. Ooh, that's fancy.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
You'll have to get through us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Sword guy here is Duma. Spear guy's Bishop. Raw. Makes more sense now, I'm getting more used to it because I'm having to adjust for the camera not walking onto this specific target. I really hope this game does not come through with all this stuff we've done.
Back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
Yeah, it's still annoying to get in on these guys. And at this point, we might as well just wail one-on-one, and I'm just overpowered. Yeah, we'll stun lock. We'll have a battle with stun locks. So I was missing a brother in the first game. Promises that lie there. Potential story. They're really hyping him up in this. Alright. I'm gonna be like that. So with all the locks and stuff that have gone on, I don't think I have the ability to go back and save if something crashes. Slightly frustrating. If I get to play the rest of the game like this overpowered, I would be very happy. This is nice. What's up?
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends, but you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Wow, I do like heal like ridiculous amount. I'm not that good of a swordsman. You back off. There's one attack where he charges it to the side that leaves it very open. That charge attack to the side. Interrupting my heavy swing with the light swing is actually really nice.
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle. Sensing its twin, the Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me. This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You. Are you enjoying this, Kain? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me. I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twin soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything. Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel. Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox. My God! The Hilden! We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead. But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
Wait. Wait.
Kain refused the sacrifice.
Is that it? What? Hey, loves. the game just kind of ended. I wasn't expecting that. That was genuinely surprising. It didn't hit us with the to be continued, but it still just kind of ended. That was such a great build-up. Such good hype being established. And getting the sword, that feeling of overpowered I talked about. I hope it lets me play like this for the rest of the game. It did! It did. It most definitely did. Wow. I gotta call myself out, though. Beginning of this episode, I said I thought that Raziel was gonna be in the sword, and mixed with the vampirism would make its personality start to develop and whatnot. I was referring to him killing the human Raziel with it. Technically, I was wrong. To be fair, I don't want to take credit for calling something that I didn't see coming, because I didn't see that coming. We had a lot of build-up and a lot of hype established, all kinds of setups. Why we didn't get to see Ariel again, I don't know. The thought of not being able to talk to her again was kind of a disappointment, especially when we're right there towards the end. I didn't expect the game to end that soon. This game felt a lot shorter than the first. It was a very compact world. And it's like the first game, it was a small world, but each place had so much drastic difference and standout stuff and all the extra hidden locations that were completely unnecessary. This didn't have that. This game felt like it... Yes, it was a complete game, even though it left with a lot of unanswered questions. But this was a complete game that felt like it was less than the first. It feels like... I don't want to bash it, but genuinely feels like endgame DLC for the first game. Not so much standalone. It felt like it was a DLC for the first one. So many unanswered questions. Kain tripping out at the end. Him seeing history changing. That was a beautiful moment. That was well done. But then that call out about Janos. The Janos must stay dead. That was a surprise. The true people behind it have not shown their faces yet. I'm starting to worry that Janos actually might be in on it. Which is kind of sad. Because he was the most caring character, it seemed. But once again, this is Kain's story. Not ours. We're a side character in his story. Did I enjoy this game? Yes. For different reasons, though. For different reasons than the first game. I still want the rest of this game. If that makes sense. Being left wanting is not a bad thing. But the way that this series has done it to me, I can understand the love and appreciation for the Soul Reaver series. And I have to say the Soul Reaver series, not the Legacy of Kain series. Because I don't have experience with the original two Legacy of Kain games. The Blood Omen 1 and 2, I believe they're called. I don't have experience with those. Raziel is a good character. And his development in this game, while there was a few questionable moments, his development and growth in this game was awesome. Pleasure to see. It was handled really well for the most part. Ooh, it's handled very well. Still missing out on so much, though. So much stuff we just don't know. Circle of 9. So it is still a circle of 9 because of the 9 pillars, but there is still a 10th person that we were ignorant to. Oh, man. This was a good game. I really started to understand more of the combat, which I talked about a lot, once I was locked in those lengthy fights with the brothers. And it's sad that I didn't get a moment like that of safety towards the beginning to experiment as much. It's still flawed, but it made a lot more sense. Okay, so the mutants are the giant limbed things. They were not demons. There's a difference. Call myself out again. I was a bit sad we didn't get to see concept art in the credits. I enjoyed this game. I wish there was more of it. Again, not one of those. I want the next game. I want more of this game. I think I'm concerned that it's just a running theme throughout this series. There still is Defiance, I think, is the name of the one that still has Raziel. We might check that one out too. I've become invested in the series. That build up fighting the Seraphim brothers and everything was so great. It just shouldn't have ended there. Alright. Let me know if there's things that I missed in this game. Any thoughts? Any opinions about what I should do going forward? If we should look at the next game, or if there's stuff I missed in here, or things I should go reevaluate. Gotten to know some people messaging me and posting comments on the series videos, and it's been awesome having that kind of feedback and being able to talk with you guys, so I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sad this game has ended. They really know how to build stuff up. Can they actually stick the landing at the end, though? That's something we've yet to see. Till next time, loves. Y'all take care.